Okay, so I'm making this intro post recording because as I've done more testing and watched some videos from people, there's been some new information and I was a little bit wrong in my intro at first. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview. I'm going to give you 3 methods in this video for shiny hunting in Mega Dimensions in the DLC. The first 2 are going to be like actively hunting. The last one you can do as an AFK method, but it's kind of hit or miss. It's not really the best option. The first 2 are a lot better. But before any of that, when it comes to donuts, because some people are really confused about these donuts, the main thing with these shiny hunting methods, you want to make sure that you're getting a donut that will last you about 5 minutes in a hyperspace. So that way it gives you time to actually set up these methods and use them without, failing a shiny Pokemon because it kicks you out. Because it doesn't matter if there's a shiny Pokemon or not, it's going to kick you out when it reaches 0. So that's why I would recommend playing through the story a little bit until you can use at least 4 berries and use some of these hyper berries right here to make it last that 5-minute threshold, just to make it a lot easier on you. You can also play more through the story and get powers with the donuts, but if you want to start hunting early, I would suggest at least getting to this point. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the first method. I'm going to go here to this one. It has Charcadet and it also has Litwick that I need. So I'm going to pin it. I wish we could just fly to these, but now that we're here at our hyperspace dimension, what I would suggest is getting something with a very strong AoE. In this case, I'm going to be using Mega Zygarde. So I'm just going to put him to the front of my party so it's a little bit easier. You need a very strong AoE. Pretty much all of Zygardes are AoE. I'm going to be using Landsrath because that I think has the biggest AoE. Okay, so you can see our survey time says 5 minutes and 9 seconds. So essentially, I'm going to have like a minute to find Charcadet. All right, now that we're in here, I'm going to ignore everything else and I'm going to look for Charcadet. Reset. Okay, there we are. So we have our Charcadet here. Looks like we have 4. So we have 4 Charcadet. I'm going to save right here. You see we have about 400 calories left. It's probably been like a minute. I definitely have more than 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Zygarde. Okay, so I'm actually going to use Feraligatr with Earthquake here because that's going to be with them all at the same time, I'm pretty sure. I need this guy to come over here. Come on. Get all together. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get them. Okay, all 4 of them are knocked out at this moment. I'm going to save just in case I need to reset here. I'm going to wait till they're knocked out. Gone. All right, I'm starting a timer. It takes 3 minutes for them to respawn. So once my timer gets close to 3 minutes, I'm going to save and wait for them all to respawn. Then we can close out the game, load it back in, and every time we're going to get new Charcadets. A good tip I have, save where you want to be like viewing all of them. When I was hunting Riolu, I had to keep turning my camera to look at it, but stand close enough where you can hear the shiny sound and also to where you can see all of them in one. So like right here, my character facing this way, we should be able to see all of them. I think your camera kind of starts like right here. So maybe I like face like right here. It should be good. One thing to talk about while we're waiting is when you do this, like we're at a minute and a half almost, and we're at 200 calories. So when I save, when they respawn, we're not going to have a lot of time before that calorie starts to run out. So if you do get a shiny, you have to be quick about it. You have to be very quick. If you see a shiny, instantly save so you can try to optimize just in case you don't have a lot of time left. Okay, as we're coming up, I'm at 245. Once we get close, at about 255, I'm going to save. All right, so right here, I'm going to save. I'm going to wait a couple seconds. I'm going to save right here. And they should be popping back up right there. So there we go. So now, close out the game, relaunch it, and there they all are. So that one was behind my head. There they all are. So now we can just keep closing out the game, reopening it. I'm going to show you a good way to get it frame perfect. All right. So we wait a second. I'm going to save right here. They're all going to spawn back in. And now since I saved a little bit later, they're going to be spawned in, hopefully, right when I load in. So it's going to go even faster. You don't even have to wait any time. Okay, so we need to save a little bit later. So So I'm gonna wait like 1 more second and then get another save. Because every second that you're saving, I mean, if you know you're doing this a couple hundred times, it's gonna save you quite a bit of time. So I'm gonna save right here. There they all are. All right, so that's close enough for me. Honestly, I'm not trying to risk doing all that again. So I'm just gonna, you have this little second delay on them popping up. That's fast enough for me. Okay, so as you can see, the spawns do change because we have an alpha right here. So that is a brand new Pokemon being spawned in. I was gonna go until I got a shiny, but I have seen some other methods that might even be faster than this that I want to try out. So I did just want to show you it does work. The Pokemon do change when you use this method. Okay, so for this one, we don't actually need a long time for our donut. It can be something not too short, not too long. We'll just use some, we'll use some 70 calorie ones and some 60 ones. Bang, 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 bang. We'll do this. We can't get powers yet, so I'm not really concerned with powers. Oops. All right, so we're gonna take this donut and go find a distortion. So this method is fly spamming, essentially. So we're gonna use our donut here. It has 2 minutes and 48 seconds on the survey time. That's fine. All right, so you see we have some Numel spawned in right there. So there are some Charcadet down there. I don't know if they're gonna spawn in when I fly, but essentially what you can do is something is, you know, spawned pretty close by here. You can open up your map, fly in. There you go. And you don't even have to move the cursor or anything. You can just spam fly. Now keep in mind, it is only Pokemon that's nearby. It's going to be within that 50 meter radius. And unfortunately, you can't put any pins down. So you won't be able to tell exactly how far away it is. But as you can see, we just keep spamming. Our time goes down very slowly. Pretty much one tick at a time every time we do it. Sometimes not even one if you do it fast enough. This definitely gives you more encounters than the other one. It's just limited to actually being near the fly zone. I'm actually gonna find a different one so I can get a new Pokemon shiny in the DLC. All right, so we're gonna save right here. Use this donut. Loom meringue donut. Skip this. So we load in. Let's take a look at what's spawned. Sandygast is right there. Okay. Okay. So I am still going to test it, but this is a great one. Okay. I'm still going to test it. I'm going to close out. Please still be there. Okay, so it saves when you go in. Sandygast are still there. So it saves when you go in. Let me throw down a save real quick. Let it count down. So it was at 420 when I saved. It is at 412 right now. Let's fly. Yeah, it saves every time you fly. 412. Okay, yeah, so it saves every time you fly. So we cannot reuse the same donut, and once we go in, we have to just be as fast as possible. But since we have Sandygast here, a new Pokemon, I'm gonna go until this is shiny. Okay, one thing that I'm running into is if I accidentally don't press plus before I hit A, you interact with the portal and you might end up going back before your donut runs out. So definitely something you have to be careful of there. I mean, this has got to be one of the fastest ways. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down there. Six sandy. Wait, there's stuff up here too. Hold on. I know I'm wasting time. We're getting all these Drillbur too. Very cool. So we're getting a ton of encounters, and there's a Sandygast down there. Oh, come on. Wait, there's Sandygast on. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is kind of broken. This is kind of broken. All right, let me just sit here for 5 minutes and see what happens. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let me sit up. There we go. There's our boy down there. Okay, I'm gonna save. Let's take a look up here real quick. No trouble. All right, let's go get our shiny sandy ghast. Let me do this. I'm gonna check. Make sure he does stay. Yep. So just like in the overworld, he does stay. And now we should get our sparkles back. So we can get a picture of him. There he is. All right, let me stop messing around. All right, let's just catch him in a Premier Ball. There we go. Shiny sandy ghast. Easy as that. So that is proof. Fly spam works. Shiny sandy ghast. Now there's one more method. I don't actually know if it works. So someone said that the little elevators could reset spawns. Now I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna test it out because the only way to really find out at this time is to try it out yourself. So I'm going to do that. Let me go find one of them elevators. I don't know if they mean like ones that take you far enough away or what. We're gonna do a little bit of testing. So we have that. I feel like they meant ones that take you far away, like this one, right? So this one takes us over here. So does that take us out of range of Clobbopus? Hold on. They disappear. They reappear. Disappear. Reappear. Alright, we're gonna spam this for a little bit. I'm gonna spam this. We'll see what happens. We should be at least spawning into Pancham over there. Spawning them in and out. Does it pause the time? 286. 286. Okay, it does. Alright, I've left it for a while. We're gonna check these Pancham. It's been like 20 minutes. Nothing for Pancham. We'll give it another 15 minutes just because I really want to check and see if it does work. It's been about another 10 minutes. Let's take a look at Clobbopus. Nothing. Take a look at Metatite. Nothing. And Pancham. Let's see. Is that shiny? Wait, it works. There it is. Hold on. There he is. Hold on. Hold on. Pancham, calm down. He's coming running. There he is. Ah, hey, buddy. Oh, let's catch him. So it does work. It does work. Now, what I'm assuming is the teleporter has to take you a certain amount of way. It itself doesn't despawn them. The teleporter itself doesn't despawn them, but since this teleporter was taking us far enough away from Pancham to despawn it, we were able to get a shiny, which is very cool. I wonder if there's anything else around here that was getting despawned. Maybe something on the back here? No, nothing. But yeah, I guess if you want an AFK method, find yourself a good little elevator. Yeah, just find yourself a little elevator, launch pad, whichever. Send it across. There you go. You can do an AFK method, or you can just hit A if you want to. Either one. But I think the fastest one definitely is fly spamming. If you can get something right next to the fly, you're golden. Next up would be the respawn method, the horde method, and then after that, if you can find a good launch pad, I would do that. That's how would kind of be my tier list. Yeah, really liking the DLC so far. I need to go complete it. I just wanted to get a video out about all the different shiny hunting methods. So if you want a shiny hunt before you're done, I got you. And if you're looking for something to watch while you're shiny hunting, I put out a video shiny hunting Ash's Kalos team, and then I went to rank A with it, which was actual pain. But feel free to check any of those out while you're playing through it, and I will see you guys in the next video.